CA Developer TV. Hey guys, welcome. This is TK here at Omate at CES 2014. I have with me Laurent, and we're going to go on talk a little bit about the TrueSmart watch, the Omate 2.0, and some of the glory things that we have here. The model that's currently being shipped to the backers and the developers,
yes.
I was understanding is that it's the 512 and
it's
the
4 gigabyte.
4 gigabyte.
4 gigabyte, right.
And then, so this model is the new version.
Yes, and that's the US version, 1 giga plus 8 giga.
But, okay.
US version.
And I saw, when I was standing here waiting, that there's hints of a new version coming out with 32 gigs. 16 and 32.
No, actually we put like on SD card, like you can extend like with the XSR.
So you can go to a maximum of 32 gigs of SD.
Yes. I think probably even 64. I guess we can even try it.
I would imagine if you can go 32, it's already at HTXC.
Right.
The other thing I was asking before is, as far as support and innovation with providing support to the community. It has currently 4.4. I think it's 4.2.2.
Right, correct.
Is there any plans of updating it to the latest version with KitKat support?
So KitKat, hopefully, with our latest meeting of MediaTek, we got like update on the launch of KitKat for MT6572. Will be most likely in April or something like that.
Okay.
So we should be able to get like a KitKat from April. So we will make a OTA firmware update.
So that's the other thing with the update. Is it standard OTA over the air, or do you use a fast boot recovery installation?
So far we just do OTA.
So it downloads, restarts, updates itself. So standard update that an OTA, right. Let's say, the next an O3 would get.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, very, very, very nice. And by default, the device doesn't come rooted. Is that correct?
So what we did, actually, our goal was to provide it fully rooted.
Yes.
We got some roadblocks from our, let's say, industrial partners like MediaTek and so on. But also for us, the problem is like on our Kickstarter backers, many of the developers, I mean, actually, even on the developers, some are. They just took a developer edition. They are not developer, No, and it's like very scary to think that these people could remove, for example, the phone function.
Yes.
Because if you remove like the phone function or the messaging, this is the kind of app you cannot download from anywhere.
No, definitely, yes.
So what we did, and we are very thankful to XDA developer, especially like Lucky Fish, Mars, and Destroy, or other amazing developer who help us on this. Is like we provided some of the system file, and then they managed like to build like a rooted version,
image,
a rooted image, and then even us, when we got this and we tried it, we said, oh, it's even better than what we could have done. So even some security, some new stuff has been built, and really amazed us. So we said, okay, let's go ahead. This will be the best way for the developer is to discuss with other developers.
And I also recently we have Team Win Recovery was announced for the so obviously you have to be rooted to be able to install that, to change that, and so it's definitely exciting. The other thing I was wondering, as far as the support or the lifespan, and the reason I'm asking this is because obviously there's going to be new versions. There'll be other devices that you put out hopefully in the future. Is there is there like a lifespan of support that you're planning on, similar to the way Android or iOS is? 1 to 2 years maybe.
Yes. We will do that for definitely for the 2 years. We will be able to support. Also because with MediaTek, also for his own support of MediaTek, it's the same like the the lifespan of the chipset itself.
Yes, of course.
But the evolution on smartphone or on SmartWatch 2.0 is so fast. Like the innovation goes like the camera, like the LCD, everything. So we are working on a new project that we will unveil in Mobile World Congress end of February. So that will be right now we are focusing on the TrueSmart.
No, definitely.
And but we have our R&D planning for new product.
It's always very nice, and I've seen some of the updates. I think there's only one update that's been released overall.
Yes, one OTA. We are doing another one another update in I think end of January, at least when I will be back to office.
Okay.
Right now I'm traveling a lot.
Yes, I follow you on Google Plus, so I definitely.
Also, all selfies. I'm putting my hand is more famous than me.
I was going to say, everybody knows where your hand is everywhere, so it's definitely exciting. And the last but not least, I wanted to ask, I know the battery on this is about 600 milliamp hours right now.
Yes.
Is there any plans of maybe providing accessories that will help extend the battery, such as maybe, and I understand right now the cradle is limiting because of the size of it.
Yeah, and the form factor is, we are building a application and a software partnership. We prefer the way like how to make like the software less demanding in terms of power consuming. But for the accessories, we are thinking also to have connecting an accessory, and could be that this we need to think whether it makes sense or
no, of course,
according to the, because it's still a smartwatch, it's still an unobtrusive device, and you don't want to build like to have many things on you, like to battery pack and so on. So
I don't know if you've seen the new devices on the market that are trying to compete with Google Glass.
Yeah.
They're glasses with a attached wire to the back pocket. So it's not far-fetched. Companies are still thinking about how to extend battery life.
Actually, innovation is really is very fast on many things, but battery is very disappointing technology.
Very, very slow. Flexible batteries just barely became available.
Yeah.
The other thing I was going to ask, and I don't want to take too much of your time, is were there any features that you guys plan to implement on, let's say the board is capable of, that maybe you didn't implement as part of this version of Omate, of the smartwatch, meaning functionalities on the board that maybe could be supported or nurtured on XDA, or some of the developers on XDA that might be able to help bring out?
So, of course, on the application side, there it's like tons of application could be built, and every week we have a new application, which is that's why we do this hackathon every Friday. We are like the O-Start from Cyril is one of our developers, or Kurt the O-Watch-on, just to OSOS also from Cyril. So
I heard about Nuance yesterday as well.
And plus, so these are with some developers, but after we team up with some big corporation, like Nuance, the Dragon Mobile Assistant is amazing.
Yes.
Like call Steve. This Steve, no, like it's send a message, like really amazing. Rhino is working the technology with Nuance Dragon Mobile for American English. He told me it's American English. It's not English, it's American English.
Yes, really American slang, apparently it's a language.
It's like, it takes time to build more languages, but it's like amazing. We are working with Technicolor, for example. We are working with many other, with like a Flexi as a keyboard. So we work with companies, we work with developers, we do like partnership. So basically here you can see like, if I press here, we have a shortcut. So for example, if I just do this, I can go to the system settings. So that's where we redesign like the user interface of Android to make it wearable. That's why also we reduce many things. But you can see now only 4 main guidelines. So from system, the same. If you go about TrueSmart, you will see like our custom. Okay, now you are a developer. You're a developer. So here's running the OUI 2.0. So what is OUI 2.0 is basically all about the ecosystem. So this is part of OUI 1.0 that we ship in other devices, like in actually many local other brands. But for the Omate, for the TrueSmart, what we did is we redefined like if you go there. Here is not my. Okay, you can have exactly on Android. So
I noticed it. So the notification looks the same. And you generally swipe from the right to the left. Is that a general back home, or is it just a back button?
Exactly, it's a back button. So it will go to the next. Actually, it goes back. Here it's not like the Flexi is implemented. Like, this is a basic Android keyboard, but of course Flexi is really part of our ecosystem. And if I do a long press, here I can kill a task. So let's go have a look. Yes. Here should be Flexi telling me how it works.
Okay, so this is the demo for Flexi. Once it goes in, and then normally you have the O store essentially will be
certainly immediately everything's gone.
Yes. So is your intention is to have basically the O store to be at the App Store for,
yes,
for the Omate?
The App Store is more the qualified applications. That's where we put our O saver, O
specific
SOS.
Omate
Yes,
applications.
and plus some partners we want to be in. So like a Nuance, for example, the Dragon Mobile Assistant will be in, extra. So we step by step we put like the just the application of the developer. We qualified, we pre-qualified.
And then you're able to, so you're able to communicate with it via ADB. I understand that that's a standard protocol. So you would use, I'm just going to put this in the background right here. You would use the Cradle and then connect it via USB, and you're able to load the ADB. So you're able to side load applications even if you don't have the Play Store technically.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Then you just sideload. Definitely you can. I can just show you some things. For example, here this is OUI 2.0, where I already showed this. I believe you know, like how to remove, how to do. It's coming back. What I wanted actually to come back to this to sideload. If you go to File Manager, for example, me, I put a folder APK TrueSmart Beta. All of this.
Oh, okay, so you can even just load them directly into the memory card.
I just copy paste them AnyDo. I will put like, okay, let's put AnyDo, install AnyDo. So AnyDo is also part of our partners in the host stores. They wanted it.
And then just a kind of a MHL and USB host mode. Do you know by any chance? So USB host mode, is that something that you're supporting currently?
I don't think we put it, but we could okay. Definitely if it's working on it should.
And then does it have any native MHL support? Would it work with an MHL adapter for projecting to a TV? If you have a powered MHL, would it work by any chance? Do you know if it's something you guys
I didn't try that.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Okay.
I have no idea. Probably need to. I don't know.
It would be good. Yeah. So it
connected
would
with
still connect to the micro USB connector on the side, and because it's powered, it would power the device, so there would be no issue with power, but it has to be supported within the operating system itself. As a function. Okay. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Cool. And you can see, so this live is the real TrueSmart 1 GB plus 8 GB US version.
US version.